It's like match pistol. Oh, doesn't matter. You have laser knuckles. You're winning. Okay, good to know. On dash in the last 4 seconds, you do 2x damage. It's always hard to keep track of because it's not a buff. Got the golden spatula. Bueno. Bear form. Sorry, it's not bear form, it's wild shape. My bad, my bad, my bad. Does that mean I can dash go into that form? Wait. Okay, so it will show it on the weapon. So what does it say? So in bear form it says 507. So if I dash, does it go up to 1006? Do you know how sick that would be? A bear with 2 pistols? Oh man, I'll never be happy. And blessed. You tell me I got blessed? Really? You tell me I have to take on hit? Say no more. Say no more, say no more. Winks as good as a nudge to a blind bat, say no more. Freaking laser beams. Oh my lord. I guess I'm gonna be happy forever. Carries 2 pistols in one hand. Yeah, what about it? Got something to say. Got something to say about that? What do we think this run is kind of gearing towards? You have to feed into wild shape because it's like absolutely disgusting and really fun. Gain stamina surge, recover hearts, gain a soul heart if you don't have any. It takes 10 rooms recovery. I don't know. I feel like you just take rage because it works with all of them. I was kind of thinking about this earlier. I always feel like your first trade is always going to be really bland because you haven't picked up any items yet. Or, low chance you've picked up any items yet. So the game doesn't really know what to do. So it's just like, do you like attack speed? Wink. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. Do you like on hits? I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. Ooh, snipe. The sniper. So sick. I don't really feel like going bear mode on this one. I don't know what reminded me of this. It may be because I'm using match pistols and it's like you're dual-wielding pistols. I shouldn't say like, the weapon is literally pistols. It just reminds me of this old Half-Life 1 mod I played when I was a kid. Like Half-Life 1. This was like when Counter-Strike was originally coming out and when Counter-Strike was still just merely a mod. People were like, wow, this is kind of fun. There was a mod that was like a Matrix deathmatch. Like Matrix the movie. Oh, what do you got for me? Ooh, you show me 2 juicy things off the rip? You mean I can go like Turbo Bear? I kind of want to go Turbo Bear. It's very, not very often I actually have a rage effect to go along with this. But no, I don't remember the name. Was it called The Professionals? That's, oh, 1 second. Or was it called The Specialist? That doesn't look like it. If that counts, you went 2 steps down the rabbit hole. You went into the Matrix, into the Matrix. Was it called The Specialist? I just remember like fighting on top of, like there was some of the scenes and places were from the Matrix. So you were like in the building where they had like the shootout and everything. So you could like run up the pillars. And if you like got a power up that could slow down time, it slowed it down for everybody on the map. And it was the sickest thing ever. I just remembered one of the pistols was called Raging Bull, and it like was Giga. And I don't know, again, that neuron was like a sleeper cell in my brain. It like hit me when I was driving yesterday. I was like, oh my god, I played a Matrix mod for Half-Life 1 when I was like 9. My vision was spinning. I was like, what are we doing? Why am I thinking of that right now? Specialists. Suck. Let me see what's in here. We can think about it for a second. Yo, staple gun. Everybody loves staple gun. Nail gun. This game were literally the best thing ever. Dude, they were so good. There was so many Half-Life 1 mods and Half-Life 2 mods that I just played the shit out of. They like defined my youth. Natural Selection was one. It was a Half-Life 1 mod that would pit Marines who like would have one person who was playing like RTS mode. And then everyone else was just running around and like they would have to build the things, and the aliens could have, you could evolve into a builder type. But essentially it was first person shooter mixed with RTS, but then people would make like a deathmatch mode of it, and it was so sick. So there wasn't really builders, but you would level up and like buy little upgrades, and it was so good. Kind of want to buy a nail gun. That was the, wait, really? Let's go. Natural Selection, enjoy your spotted. I knew there was at least dozens of us. There was dozens of, I've been saying it for years. Yeah, I played the bejesus out of the, like the deathmatch version. Where it was still Marines versus aliens, but instead of having like resources you collected, you would like do enough damage. Literally dozens. You'd like do enough damage or like kill enough enemies, and you would get one level up, and you would like hold right click or hold a button, and a little tech tree almost would just pop up on your screen. It's like, do you want to get like weapon damage +1? Do you want to get like armor +1, speed +1? And Marines and aliens had two different things to go off of. So if you got damage +1, and then on your next level up, and you went further down the tree, you could either upgrade into shotgun or machine gun. But then if you went armor, then you could go into armor 2, and then you could either go heavy armor, which literally changed you into like a giant mech, or you could go jetpack. But jetpacks were so strong that servers would limit how many you could have on your team. Because it would literally make it so you could like, shit, let's go. You go in the vents, so you could deal with the aliens in the vents and deal with the buildup they had in there. Never hooked in any of that kind of mod stuff. Basically went from Half-Life Deathmatch, opposing Fourth Deathmatch. That's another one. Half-Life 2, and then TF2. I respect the TF2. That. I love TF2 to this day. Also, what's guns? That sounds familiar. Is it a mod? Or was it a... Up, Rystone, I can see you. Wait, we're like kind of pumping. This nail gun is going psycho mode. Nail gun. What you got for me? Intel scaling seems kind of cooked. I'd rather just have more rage effect. Oh, that's what... Okay, brains work in miracle ways. Did I see Bull, think Raging Bull, reminded me of Raging Bull from The Specialist, and then I started talking about Half-Life 2 mods? It had to be, because I looked at that and went, Raging Bull. It's not called Raging Bull. There's Rage, and it's a bull. Raging Bull was in that game. Half-Life 2 mod. Oh my god, give me a shield. I'm so done with this. Also, I have to play Korean Matrix shooter. Really? I guess I don't, that's a scene I don't know. God, dude, this nail gun is going psycho. I know it's a staple gun, but we're calling it nail gun, so I can go nail gun. That was a tough one. Now I kind of want to play... okay, I know it's not going to be the same, but I kind of want to play Natural Selection. I know it's not going to hit the same. The more I'm thinking about it, is it okay just to keep the rose-tinted goggles on? I can just think back that that game was perfect. I don't need to replay it and understand that maybe it wasn't. That's fine, right? Isn't that the mature thing to do? Do you really want to go good here? I've been so scared of good recently because it just can get so tough. I think we're going to be strong. It's a strong run. Need money here. Enchant would kind of hit the spot too. Gosh, what was it? There was a half... No, was it half? Oof. Yeah, Half-Life 2 mod. God, what was it? One side was attacking, one side was defending. But you would have to, like, it was... Oh, gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Cyberpunk-esque, where, like, you would choose what upgrades your character had, or like what power-ups, and one of the power-ups is like the ability to hack. But if you hacked into a terminal, it was like its own world where you had to like play Tron almost, but like first-person Tron. And then while you were in there, you would get to a terminal and play a mini game while people are like the other hacker is shooting you and stuff. And if you did it, you could like open up doors for your teams and stuff like that. So that, like, if people didn't want to play like the small frame character with less health, so they could have like the hacker power up, you'd have people playing like the mid and heavies and try to control space in the real world. And I don't know, it just kind of went crazy. Oh, we're freaking strong. Permanent lightning. Ooh. Good too. There's some other ones. I just remember playing constant Half-Life 1 mods because it was free. I didn't have any money. Money wasn't real. You sat around and played free games on Newgrounds, and you played Half-Life 1 mods. Oh my god, it's a rare weapon. Let's go. To battle. Freaking love old games. Gunbound? Why they all have like kind of cool names. Jellyfish. That's pretty good. Kind of got the Raging Bull though. You could triple beer it, but you're gonna have to go slow. I think you gotta nurse one. Then RTS hours? Hell yeah. Warcraft 3 was so good. The number of hours I have in Tree Tag, if you remember that one, that probably is above all. And then it's probably tower defenses like Winter Mall. God, what? There was this one where you like were in a city and you essentially RP'd and like would get a job in the town and like buy a house. Yeah, Tree Tag was gigantic for me. I knew the I didn't like know him in real life, but there was an offshoot of Tree Tag where it was still Tree Tag, but it was like just a little change. And I remember the creator's name was like Fire Kirby, and that was one of my friends. And then he knew Scorpion King, which was the guy who made the original. And that's why there was like that offshoot that had slightly different graphics and stuff made by that guy. I have no idea what their tags are now, but like back then, that's when they went on Warcraft. So I played like non-stop of that slightly changed one with like different icons and different abilities. So good. But yeah, that was why we played it all the time, is because he was always improving it. He's like, what should we change in the game? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. Vamp Survivors. Vamp Survivors is in reference to what Vampire Survivors means today, or was it the one where you like built a city and then at night you would find out that one of the guys was the vampire and everyone else's vision would go down to like range 1 and you're just trying to like survive in your little zone as like things start attacking you? Because that one I remember. The Beast Builder. Oh my god, we have bear form and I just haven't been using it. I'm having too much fun remembering tree tag. The specialist, natural selection. Oh my god. Sheep tag? Don't even get me started on sheep tag. I don't know how someone can make such a simplistic game that had so much depth. The emergent properties of sheep tag was disgusting. It's literally like, here's an empty field. By the way, you're a sheep that builds farms. Is there anything more to it? Nope. Good luck. It's like, holy shit. Game of the year. House jumping out of a corners? Is that where like you were like, so imagine like, okay, how would I put this? Like, imagine the ramps here. Or maybe, I'm trying to think how to be. Was it ramp would be like here and you would fill everything in. And if you built here, it like shot you over here. Was that it? I'm trying to think how that worked. You could like shoot yourself if you built a certain way. Yeah, it would just kind of like blast off. This is the best item here, but you have to give up laser knuckles, which I'm convinced is better. Laser knuckles is better for this is just give me these so I run faster sometimes. Oh man. I'm starting to remember the emotions I had when I was looking at the custom list in Warcraft 3, because as a kid, you have no ability to reason what you want to do for the day. So when you load up Warcraft 3, you're like, I want to play Warcraft 3, but you don't start by going, I would love to play Tree Tag. You start with, hey, what are people making? And then you just took whatever was out there. You're like, oh shit, they're playing this. Oh, they're playing this. I'm gonna hop in on a Sheep Tag. Oh, Sheep Tag custom too. Oh, sick. Someone's offshoot of Tree Tag, I'll play that. Or someone's offshoot of Sheep Tag, I'll play that. Dude, Helm's Deep? Oh my god, it's I'm being sucked into the past. How do I have this? I need to keep leveling, we're level 1. This is very chaotic. I need to go monkey mode. Where is it? Oh my lord. Monkey mode for the range, really. Is that in a trap? Let him expose parts of the map. Way too young. I feel like I vaguely remember being a youth. Do we want to change our weapon here? Probably shouldn't have played all these MK. Yeah. The internet was the Wild West back then. Nobody knew what it meant. They're like, everyone's connected through tubes? I'm like, kind of. Okay, so the reason I want to go this way is one, armor is good, but if I go this way, we could find Snow Cannon or Cluckeye Bow and instantly win the game, and then we just talk about old games the whole time. Bitch. 100% move speed could be kind of cool. So the problem with that is you're giving up on things. This is like one of the best swap weapons, but it requires me to try. And you know I'm bad at trying. I really want to use this, but I want to use it like on a like bear claws. I might just use it, just like take 2 with. Sell. God, this is strong. I don't see it working out. Isn't working. Ninja tappies or whatever. Now I feel old. I kind of didn't realize that was old. Like, now that you're saying that, I've not heard someone say, imagine it as a series of tubes since I was like sitting at my family's home at our like giant computer on a big CRT, like watching Homestar Runner. Like that was like the last time I maybe used that term of a series of tubes. Homestar Runner has nothing to do with that. It just, I wanted to feel old. I wanted to reinforce how old I could be. Yeah, if I take this, then I can go left and then left. It's just a magical thing. Oh my god! Giga damn. Okay, what am I saying? It doesn't matter that this weapon has Tailwind. You want it because it hits 1,000,000 times. It has a positive interaction with Puncture, because Puncture just adds physical damage. Well, we have our boss killing set up. I think if you didn't ever know what the world was like without it, I think you just kind of accept it as like a thing. It's just, it is inside of every part of life. So I don't even think you think of it like air. It's always like, it's just there. It's not a concept that needs explaining. It's like saying, you know, you breathe to stay alive. It's like air. The internet's just always there. I'm being bombarded with radio waves. Everybody's Wi-Fi around me. Oh, it's a nightmare. What do I want to do here? I don't really have a purpose besides like you could just go more attack speed and just lean into the staple gun thing. You could also take Prodigy and try to lean into like on hits. I don't know. I love Ancestral. Ah, no, maybe that wasn't the choice. Because now Best Friends Forever would have been stronger, but you lose 2 guys. You won't have 2 guys. Ah, whatever. Whatever. I'm like trying to describe the perfect situation I could have just been in. Or you just take what's like in front of you. Sometimes I gotta keep a level head. Like that wasn't the trait that's in front of me. So why would I pretend like there's a better outcome? You know? I trust all of your links, so believe. A series of tubes. I'm sorry, that says 18 years ago. I'm gonna pretend I'm not here. Okay, it is 1,000,000 times better just to leave Zephyr on, but then you don't get to say nail gun. Oh, hell yeah. That's him. That's my set. We are very, very large. Could make an argument for, no, strength seems kind of pointless. Crit seems good. Oh, I gotta look up the specialists. Second. Okay, maybe this is it. I see a picture of them in that, like, area where the shootout happens in Matrix, where they're, like, running up the walls and shit. Maps. TS Bikini Bottom. TS Lobby Duel. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Oh man, will I ever be happy again, or will I just see everything through rose-tinted goggles? I'd be like, it was perfect back then. Like, it probably wasn't, but maybe it was? I don't know. I'm gonna force myself to replay through Roller Coaster Tycoon when I finish Silk Song, and I'm gonna force everybody else to enjoy it, so better watch out. You know I'm just making every single park have only hot dog stands and call them the Glizzy Gladiator. It's gonna be a chain of restaurants around all of my parks. Glizzy Gladiator, Glizzy Gladiator 2, Glizzy Gladiator 3. You need one outside of every ride. The log flume, whatever the word is. Crazy Kart Coaster. Get you some open. I was actually talking about that yesterday at work. One of my buddies was like, dude, he's like, that's where it's at. I'm like, is it? Guess I don't know much about the open one. I just saw Roller Coaster Tycoon was $1.50 USD on Steam right now until the 28th. So I was tempted just like to pick up a bunch of those. That's like a turbo gift to give out to anybody. Oh, nice. The crackle. Let's see. You mean an open RCT too? It's the open source version. So is this just strictly better? Because that's what my coworker was telling me. Because I did also see there was Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic, which was like a remaster from Chris Sawyer, the original programmer that came out in 2017. That also had Steam support. I'm winning this run. Oh my lord. Because if so, the Glizzy Gladiator hot dog stand, it's coming. No! Oh my lord. Nail gun. Yeah, I feel like maybe life has gotten too out of hand where you look at anything Roller Coaster Tycoon, everyone's like, it's beautiful. Like, I'm not even, I have not opened that game in probably a decade. Maybe even 20 years. But I still think fondly of it. Probably just finish the set. It's just, this is so strong, but if you take this, this can't drop anymore because it already showed up. But I want to have the set, so I think you just do it. You just do it live, I guess. Yeah, maybe I'll look into open RCT too. Level 2. Nail gun. shucks. That's so strong if I actually could use it. We're buying a bunch of beer on this floor, so we kind of want to take as much with as we can. Sunken gun. I think I have to take the money. We have to get up. We need 4 beers, and then plus whatever else could show up. Kind of crazy to think that I have wild shape and I'm just not using it because I'd rather just be blasting nails, man. Like, listen to that. That's beautiful. Architect, which is a more modern take on the formula? Really? I've never heard of it. Spellblade. You could make that work, I guess. I just remembered I could recover all hearts by switching bear. This is good too, but it forces you to keep this on, which isn't the worst. I'd like to find one on hit, just because we're going good. We need more damage to go along with the attack speed. BFF is also kind of tasty. That's... it's an extra 100% on rage. Then you have these two idiots taking up all the power, all the juices. Whatever, we're all friends here. Let me look up Parkitect. Okay, it's probably great gameplay-wise, and I see a lot of the similarities, but the charm of like the two-dimensional graphics is what maybe pushes me over the top. But I'm also just being a hater. Certified hater, so I do not agree with anything I say. Go bear mode here to heal out. Did that heal on my files too? Wow, holy shit, this is super weak if you're not nail gunning. There was another game that you would build parks that was out around the time of Roller Coaster Tycoon. I remember playing it for the PlayStation 1, and I feel like it might have also been on PC. Was it just called Theme Park? I'm trying to like flash back in time and try to remember what it was. I don't know if that was a thing. Was it called Theme Park? Did it have a mini game in it where you had to like agree on how much you were paying your workers, and it would show a hand on one side of the screen representing like you leaning across to like increase their pay, and on the other side their hand would be leaning across? And I never realized you could like just hit L and R and your hand would go further out, so I would never agree on like how much to pay them because I didn't understand that you just had to hit L and R on the PlayStation 1 controller. So I was always just like ripping off the people who work in my park. I was a giga capitalist at the age of 10. Overpriced, but I'll take it. Ooh, I didn't see the price of that. 15, it's kind of, that's good. Then us adults, I swear. Yeah. Well, when you have no money, you become very attuned. Sorry, when you have no income, you probably become very attuned with how much everything is and what's happening. I was explaining to What's the way to put it? Just like a higher up at the company. Why I don't wear digital watches. I'm like, if I'm wearing an Apple Watch, my data is going somewhere, and they're like, oh, that could possibly be true. I'm like, I wind my watch. I'm like, I'm unstable. I have a watch I need to wind up. Nobody needs to know what my pulse is. Believe me. I'm holding on to this for Pocket Magic. I would like to do attack speed, but it seems incorrect. Found a theme hospital. What is that? Oh, I'm digging the graphics. From 1997. It's beautiful. Wow. Okay. I respect that. I didn't know. I didn't know. Money? Pay up. What do you want to do here? I think you roll for charm or accessory. Or purple. See, how else do you know? Put across that the theme park people made a hospital game? True. Wow. This game needs a damage meter. I don't know how much is me and how much is my lasers. My goat. My captain, my captain. Okay. Here, I can bring something back up to have discussion points. Because we're giga strong. So wait, was it actually just called theme park? Oh my, it's taking me back. Holy shit. I feel like I'm warping back to 4th grade. I feel like the only concern in any given day was what map I want to do a free-for-all in Age of Empires 2. When we all know we were just going to either pick Arena or Black Forest, like, let's be real. You did the Arena because it came with a wall and you didn't want to be, like, you couldn't really build a nice wall in the Dark Ages, come on. You're 10 years old, you're not going to wait until Castle Age to build a nice wall. You want one now. There we go. If I could somehow get radiant damage on my stapler, this would work. You already have 3. You're gonna use them. Don't pretend like you're gonna use them. The game was The Movies. I'm checking that one out. The Movies game. Oh. By Lionhead Studios. Didn't Lionhead Studios make Black and White? Oh, it did, yeah. Black and White, Creature Isle. They made Fable, movies, Black and White 2. Tight. That game always confused the shit out of me as a kid. I was like, what do you mean my idiot creature isn't learning properly? Let me just pick up my people that are supposed to be worshiping me and chucking them into the water to teach them. It's a range and a magic. Damn, that's some good weapons. Razor Wand is insane. Spectral is pretty good. Plasma Cannon goes crazy. Repeating, 50% chance to repeat. That's great. What are we looking for here? I think you legitimately just walk into anything that's just not gonna be all of some item. I kind of want to replay through all these games now. I had to risk it there. I didn't know when these were going to cut out, and I didn't know which direction this was going to spawn in, but luckily it spawned left and then worked its way around. Whew. Don't we think Kotal's better than Laser Knuckles? Because you gain fire, you gain cold, and it AoEs. But this, it doesn't AoE, it cleaves like through. It's 50, oh, it's 35 versus 20. Oh. So true. Try it out. Weighs less. Never get on the Fable bandwagon. I only ever played Fable 1, so I might be in the same boat. It was really fun. I think it's good. I really want to get more good. I also could just get it at the tavern. But isn't it 20% times 3? It's ore. So it picks one of these random ones to go off of, because if you look right below the line that has lightning to the far left, it says ore. I wish it gave you all 3. You just hope you get, like, if you don't have any lightning already in your kit, you just hope lightning goes off every time so you can actually stack up lightning. Otherwise, it's just a random, it's just random. At least that's how I've interpreted it, just because it has the word ore there. Thought it checked all 3. It might check all 3 for elemental balance, where you get the buffs. I think if one goes off, it's counted as all 3, but I don't think it does all 3 types of damage. But again, I've never checked it, so it could be. I'm not opposed to just going with it. I don't really want any of these. I don't feel like giving up holding Spatula, and I'm holding Cross Charm because we're going good, and we just need survivability. Gun Diablo, classic. Then Counter-Strike, then WoW, so I missed a lot of games like Fable. I will say I might have been in a similar boat. It was Diablo 2, a little bit of Counter-Strike, but it was I played Counter-Strike Condition 0 more than anything. Oh, it rolls each one independently. I guess I don't know. I'm okay assuming it does. Like, I see it go off. Oh shit. So it's 20 per, you're saying it's 20%. Like if it goes off, it tries to do each of them? Or is it rolls the 20% 3 times? Turn to Cal Pro Team? Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't play much of 1.6, but I respect it. It's 23 times, because I saw when I shot that guy, it got fire and cold, but it didn't get lightning. And I was like, that's very peculiar. After a few years, WoW was so dank. Let me rephrase that. WoW still is dank. Haters be damned. I think WoW still is a pretty fun game. Haters in shambles. WoW's still great. Back in the day, Quake slaps. Back in 2020 when we were all, oh, let's see what we got here first. Modifiers, what is our crit at? It's just like this would do so much damage. Rupture would be kind of nice. We do have 3 companions. I was kind of just looking for one on hit to help me deal with good though. This could go crazy. We already have puncture. Mana's kind of whatever. I was kind of leaning towards this. Just because we attack so fast. You're going to shooting these out very quickly, and the extra 38 to 83 damage, and if it ever stacks up, you instantly kill everyone. City of Heroes. The City of Heroes. Okay, City of Heroes is the one. I think we've had this discussion, but I need to be reinformed. That was where you made a superhero. No, that was it. You made a superhero, and you got to just like go sicko mode with it. Nature's boom. Okay. Yeah, these just do very good damage. It is a triggered effect too. Like the hit does a lot too. Yeah, 10,000 or 1,000. Let's see. WoW will always be the best MMO market. You can't beat those raids in the game. Dude, it. I will say though I think the only downside the game might have is retail WoW, if you have never played the game before, is the most confusing shit ever, because it's like 10 expansions all like pushed together and you have no idea why you're going to any of these places, but it's like, where would you like to level? And it shows you like 8 choices. And you're like, I don't know. And you click like, you're like, Pandaria, it has the word panda in it, so let's click that. And it just shoots you off into the sky, into some zone. Like, what the fuck is going on? That's the only complaint I have, is it's so confusing if you're new. But once you get into it, you're stuck. You're stuck forever. La D3, okay, HOTS slays. I was just watching, my buddy was just in a HOTS tournament. I wonder if he's secretly in here. Let me check. I just watched his game. Ah, he's not. I watched, yeah, I think he had a match last week and he sent me the Twitch VOD and I watched it. It was sick. He played Blaze for all 3 games. He was his like solo, I think he was like assigned to like the solo pusher, which has to be a tank, I guess. That's the interpretation I got, but they just let him have Blaze 3 games in a row. Except the past 2. That's fair. What is that? It's War Within and Dragonflight. The endgame content was all I played WoW for. I was never really a collector. Are usually off tank / bruiser. Oh, it's more of a bruiser, less of a tank, where like they need to be able to do damage, but they're like really, they're still tanky. They have a new X-Pack out? No. They just finished the last raid of War Within. That was it Mana Forge Omega? The Race for World I think it came out a month ago? Race for World First finished up like 3 weeks ago, I think. So we probably still got like 6 months or something before another expansion. Next expansion is called Midnight, which is the sickest thing ever, which I might have to play and then just crank me some strong bad sings. Listen to Midnight by Limousine non-stop. Oh my god. On the wings of a bat because it's midnight. I did that to heal, but then I got optimal, so I went through the door, which was necessary. I need a staple. They need... Okay. I didn't even need to go this way. I'm too busy thinking about freaking limousine. Limousine. God, we're so freaking strong. God, I want to play some HOTS. Can we just have a HOTS night? Can we just not play Tiny Rogues and we all just get together and play random HOTS matches? Play ARAMs. I freaking love how that game does XP. It's like about macro play versus like I guess if you like micro play and you want to like have a true early game and not being forced to get together every like 5 minutes, then yeah. That's just gathering for Dragon and Grubs and Baron Nashor, both extra steps. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Fighting for doubloons, fighting for... One second, this is very chaotic. Fighting for Punisher skeletons, let's just be real. That's Dragon with extra steps. Made more team-oriented. I freaking love team games. I was super down for that. You could do ailments. Isn't Rupture an ailment? Sorry. Rupture is, Puncture isn't. Isn't this an ailment? Yeah. You could also make an argument for just going Cloak of Mistra, giving up on your radiant damage, even though you have Lucky, which is increasing your damage by a lot, but it's only 50% when this is fully stacked. But then you're giving up this damage. You could also roll, try to get something else, but I think I'm okay just taking a chess piece and then buying 2 more mana crystals and having 100% damage later. This only works if we had an aura, and we don't. The aura's here, so you give it up. Best MOBA to date, it's so good. I love the character design. I think my character design is probably like, if you had to rate the MOBAs that are out at least, it's like HOTS by a long shot. And then it's like some of the characters in Dota, then League, and then the rest of the Dota, probably. I know that's like a super hot take, because I know Dota's really fucking good. I'm a sucker, like there's certain League champs, especially all, like the support characters I really like playing. I played support when I played League. That's why I so partial. If I had infinite time, I would go play like Thresh and Nautilus up to Diamond or something, like whatever, something high rank. But I don't have infinite time, so I'm never gonna play it. That's cool. This would go crazy with how fast we attack. Yeah, I freaking love Thresh. Especially if you're dual queuing with your bot laner. It's so much fun. Like the shenanigans you get up to, the silly mind games you could play, where it's like, I remembered sometimes like if the lane was kind of dying down and people were kind of farming because like both sides were kind of like at half health, but no one was really sure who's gonna make the move. You just like throw the lantern behind you into the darkness and start walking towards them. And now you're playing real video games where there's a moment where they have to decide, are you serious? The moment someone has to figure out if you're serious or not, and you're actually doing something real, you're playing real games. At least that's what we always used to say in, when we played Melee. Is that someone has to guess what you're doing. Draven, my beloved. Welcome to the League of Draven. My goat. But yeah, if they run away when you put the lanterns into like the abyss, and then no one grabs it, well then you lied to them. And now if you do it later and someone's actually about to grab it and come running at them, but they don't run away, you win. You trick them. You're a liar. I don't really need items, to be real. God, now I just want to play HOTS though, I'm gonna be real. I played a lot with a 5 stack back in like 2017. I always played just damage, like DPS. I don't know what the term is in that. Is it just carry? DPS, carry. There's like Greymane, Thrall. Back then, Greymane was like super OP too. I forgot what it was. It was something with his throwing of the vial. I think the damage scaled like really stupidly. And then you could just go Silver Bullet for dealing with tanks. So I guess I was playing like melee carry, if that's a thing. Like it wasn't the traditional like spell casting carry, I guess. Because like I wasn't auto attacking people to death. I was throwing my vials and flasks and then like carry heroes. I think support is the coolest shit ever, so I respect that. Even when I played WoW. So I raided in most expansions, but when I took it most seriously was Dragonflight. And I think that was it really. In Dragonflight I switched to healer, and that was probably the most fun I've ever had playing games. Caster DPS, it was kind of, because like Greymane was a melee character. Like he had two forms. One he shot a little like pistol, and the other one he shot, or he like bit people. But all of his damage came from his abilities. So he was a caster, but he also like wasn't. Yeah, it's like DPS casting. Full supporter utilities. Yeah, those are my favorite. I just feel like it gives you a different perspective on the game. You have to know all the stuff's going on. That's why I really like playing healer in WoW. I was like, I need to know all the mechanics. So then when someone messes up a mechanic, I was like, how did you not know the mechanic? I knew you were about to take damage. How did you not know you were about to take damage? I put Blessing of Sacrifice on you. How did you still die? I think it's just called ability power. AP. If you go far enough back in my YouTube videos, you can actually watch some Mythic Volta the Incarnates and Mythic Aberrus. And if you go far enough back, it's me playing tank in Shadowlands. Pretty much I like playing any role that wasn't DPS, but if I had to play DPS, I just got over it and played it. I normally played without the damage numbers and healing numbers appearing on my screen. I didn't need that that like aneurysm of serotonin happening constantly. I was like, their health is going up, it's good enough. I made the right choice. I wholly shocked that guy. I don't care how much it is. I didn't have any other choice. That was the correct option. I don't need to see that it healed him for 50k. I Blessing of Sacrificed him. I don't need to know what happened past that. All I know is my homies are alive. Should probably put an enchant on this guy, huh? Because we're good on everything else here. That can't be helped. God, don't even get me started on people stepping in fire. Oh my lord. In Dragonflight is when they introduced the Drakthir. So you had a dragonkin, and one of their abilities was called Rescue. So you would pick a person and then pick a spot within 30 yards, and your character would fly to them, pick them up, and then drop them over there. So whenever someone was like just like pissing all over the mechanics and not paying attention to the fight, and I'm like, dude, you need to be over there and no one's listening, they get picked up. You're over there now. I will say on serious fights though, that's not what you did. You had to use it on like the priests and paladins who didn't have enough move speed, because it was like, everybody needs to move here at this time. Drakthirs use Rescue, you're assigned to this person, you're assigned to this person, you're assigned to this person. I'm like, give a verbal thumbs up over Discord. Steady. And raids towards the end of City Heroes, but thankfully not more. Can't do raids. Hell with raids. It's stressful. It's not stressful because of the difficulty of the content. It's stressful because it's like a clash of personalities for me. Some people, if everybody goes in there and they accept like they are going to die and they're not the, like no one is the best player in the room, and that's just how it is. If you assume everyone is like you are not the best player in the room, it gets really easy to progress. Like if you go far enough back in my YouTube and you watch, it's Mythic Scale Commander Sarkareth. We 4-healed that fight, but we knew we could 3-heal it. But nobody trusted that they wouldn't die, even though we were keeping them alive. It meant we get to push a little bit more damage, and our healers were juiced. AKA I was one of them, let's be real. But then when we switched to 4, it got super boring because you really just had to be there to use your big cooldowns on the big hits in phase 1. So I just put on all damage gear. So if you watch me, I'm like just beating the shit out of the boss until it pops up to use Aura Mastery. I even put like a disclaimer at the bottom. I'm like, I'm not healing for the first minute. I wasn't needed. I'm just gonna beat ass. So I'm just like, I was wearing a I think I was wearing 2 DPS trinkets. Had some other DPS gear on, but I was spec'd as Holy, and I was literally just there to use externals and just like spam a couple people every minute with my 1-minute cooldowns. I had like a completely garbage parse for healing when we killed it, but my DPS parse for a paladin healer was like 5th in the world for DPS, because if you're healing on that fight, you're probably only healing. But I was like, bitch, there's nothing to heal. I'm just gonna holy shock the boss. I'll do my 5 damage to the boss over and over again. I don't give a fuck. What should we do here? Did I buy my dice? Meowdy. Next version of the game, that should be a cat person. They should say Meowdy. They should wear a Stetson. It's been decided. Oh, I need to get 1 good, so let's buy 1. Why it's rude to... That is a really good video. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like why it is rude to be bad at World of Warcraft, and it was literally breaking down... Oh my god, it's beautiful. What is that actually video called? I've had to share it with other people, where it's like the assumption that everyone knows what's going on and that everyone like wants to min-max, but isn't... What, I forgot what the reason was. I just remember there was a few like really beautiful parts in that. It's a video called... Yeah, it's called Why It's Rude to Suck at World of Warcraft. It's an hour 30 long. It's a beautiful video. Part of a raiding guild that had people who gave a shit. If you only had half raiding power, gave a shit, there was no point to even attempt progression. Yeah, it was bad. Have the right people in the raiding side, so our healers just had to pick up the slack. Yeah. And that was like one of the things in the game I could never really get over is if you did want to personally improve, you had to treat raiding like a job. In the sense like, if you didn't like where you were at, you had to keep putting your resume out there, and you got to work your way up the guild ranks until you have a good parse and you show that you were the best at your previous guild. Maybe you can make it into a guild that's slightly better, and then from there you get even better, and you get even better, and then eventually you get yourself into like a top 100 guild, and you keep moving up. But if you love the game and you love improving, it's beautiful. You can't beat that. All right, let's keep moving. I love talking about self-improvement, but I also love just like absolutely cranking on bosses. Oh, I got hit. Because like, yeah, if you're in the mindset that you can always improve, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100 game. But then if not everyone else has that mindset, they're like, then it sucks. Where everyone thinks they're really good. I'm like, no one's good. As we're like dying on these mythic fights, I'm like, guys, we are at best 1,000ths in the world, which is pretty good, but we're not good. We need to get over it, like right now. Get on. Versus playing the game, I get you. Ooh, tasty. You can even make an argument for this. Because it adds the 25, the way this is worded, it adds it to everything. We attack super fast, it's super awesome. This would add 40% damage, which is greater than the 25 that's on this. So that probably takes the cake, huh? There's some games I'm willing to do the homework. I think WoW was one of them where I spent a lot of time making better weak auras. Making better... Learning to program in Lua to make better weak auras. But then I realize, yeah, I think, you know, the more I'm talking, I'm like rubber ducky debugging the situation. I think I'm in the same boat. Nah, I don't want that. I need a non-hit for where we're going. You can make an argument for agility. You could also make an argument for illusion of control. Because if you do get the crit, you instantly kill them. Like, it is on the spot. I might do illusion of control here. 25% of the time you instantly kill them, but you also have a lot of lucky, so you double it. So 90% of the time you have double your crit chance. That's 48. I will say that was one of my downfalls, was wanting to play more than study when I played Super Smash Bros. Melee competitively. I was like, I just want to play. I don't want to actively learn, I just want to hit buttons constantly. It's like, no, bitch. I got a crank. It's a really bad room, huh? Put myself in a bad situation there. You could have maybe went monkey there, got stamina surge, and then been fine. I don't know. Huge. Never broke into fighting games. It's tough. You gotta really love the game, and I do not love the game enough because I haven't seriously. Ooh, 2 in a row. I haven't seriously played that game since 2016. Been kind of thinking about getting into like Street Fighter or something. Or I tried Rivals Aether 2 and it came out for 50 hours. Suck the whole time. I can completely understand that. You're going up against all these people too that have like at least probably put hundreds of hours into original Rivals Aether, or they're all Smash players, and you're just like, what are we doing? What are the mechanics? The League Fighter? It looks sick. It's all characters that I'm like super down with. Not crazy melee? Yeah, I get that one. What are we looking for here? Just give me some colors. Oh. Oh my god. No, I used to play so much. I used to travel a lot and play it too. Went to a lot of big tournaments. Never did terribly well at them, but you still had to like go to improve and for the experience. You want to get good at every character? Oh, okay, I get that one. I understand. Ooh, does this double this? I don't want any of these, that's why I'm willing to try it. Oh my god, 30% chance for room rewards to be upgraded? It doesn't do anything because there isn't any more foods in the game that can be upgraded, so... See, I really liked Smash Bros. Because, not necessarily for getting good at every character, but you felt special for playing one character. But mind you, the year was 2009, 2010, when I was in college and playing with everybody. Then it was like whimsical. You would like meet someone who like on campus who like only was good at one character, and it was crazy. And people got like a personality based around it. You're like, I was the Captain Falcon player, you know? You'd have the Peach player, you'd have like a couple Falcos around. I'm sorry, does that say 255.5% for tick speed? Where the fuck, where am I? What tick speed? Am I guess Windglaive would hit a ton of times, wouldn't it? Right? Wouldn't it hit like 12 times? I'm not good at math. I might have taken Calculus 3, but I'm bad at math. Let's just find an on-hit. Let's just move on. Your lucky hits are also considered lethal? That's probably better. Mostly because Cheap Shot is disgusting. Lethal hit. Oh god. Melee game and watch with peak. Kelk isn't. Wait, is it like? Is that sarcasm or is that facts that doing calculus is not math because it's just rate of changes and also areas and volumes? Or is it sarcasm that fuck calculus? Because I struggled. I won't pretend like I fully got it. Sorry, we gotta lock in. Jokes have to wait. Oh, it's mostly sarcasm? I was gonna believe you, because while I was in there, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? I was like, why do I need to calculate the volume of a three-dimensional object that's represented by this equation? Why are triple integrals so impossible? You have to break triple integrals, what is it, down to known integrals, and then do the integral on those. And if they couldn't be broken down into like an actual known integral, they just was like nearly impossible. That's all I really remember is I got my ass kicked, but I passed. I got the dub. Game & Watch, Peach, Pichu, and of course the Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers. I played Ice Climbers at the end of my Melee career. Out of spite. At that point I was so fed up with everyone, I was like, it's Ice Climbers time. I had really good results too. I remember I got 4th at a regional, but they only paid out top 3. I was so mad. I played Ice Climbers and Falcon and then Fox and teams. If I ever got a bad matchup for Ice Climbers, which would be Peach and Samus, I would pick Falcon. And if somebody figured out my shenanigans, I'd just pick Fox. So I was pretty much a piece of shit. Is what I'm saying is I was kind of a wiener. In short, I was a wiener. I can play Yoshi, but don't like it. Every single Yoshi noise, you're just like, I hate this, but man, I'm taking stocks left and right. Oh my god. I'll take a purple, sure. Give me another mana crystal for the road. This was a long run. We had some good discussions though. I've hit the point in my life that all I do is reminisce of different points in my life, which is probably not healthy, but What are you gonna do? What are the chances you don't hit me here? Am I right? This house we play with items on? Yeah. It's not healthy. Good. I like hearing that. Ooh. We'll put that on for the next boss. Even though you're my goat. You're my goat. Oh, this is only like that because it thinks I have 3 companions, but you gain 4 and it would go away. I know me and my buddy caught up over Melee like 2 weeks ago. It was just like Fox and Falco, Falco. I was legitimately exhausted and sweaty by the end of it because we were hitting buttons so fast. It was all coming back to me. I was like, oh, this game is so sick. I was mentally exhausted. Oh, so fucking awesome. Throw the Koopa shell. I'm gonna hit down B as Fox. That shit's coming back to you. You better watch out, buddy. I will say a lot of the time I forget the reflector legitimately reflects. I was like, the reflector is for damage and for doing, if it's Fox, it's for knocking you down so I can like tech chase you. Also to do out a shield if you hit my shield. If you hit my shield incorrectly, you die. Them the rules. That's just the way of the road, buddy. Put this on for boss. Actually, put that on now. Nothing can get upgraded, so you could. That's free damage here. The proper shield? Oh, you get a perfect shield? Oh, look at you. Using game mechanics the way they're meant to be used. Very honorable. Like, I'll just properly shield it? Duh. I'll use the mechanic built into the game. The way Sakurai intended. Duh. That fire to say easy task? Easy task. Relax, buddy. It's just game. No, don't go bed. Thank you. Never use shield? Respect. If you're shielding, you can't hit them. I understand. Dude, I wranglered that mechanic so hard. If I wasn't so tiny, I would've got rid of it. Can you please go mid, lady? I need to get over there and get Splatter Gauntlet. The dodge button's being constantly pressed. You hold R and you hit right or left and you're out of there. It's like get out of jail free card. It don't stop. Nobody's playing Fox. They can't they can't run after your shield. What is this? We're playing professional games? Nah. 35%. Yeah, we lost out on lightning, so maybe it wasn't worth it. It feels so right, though. No, Melee's dope. I'm just happy I had the career I did. I maybe didn't do very well on like a bigger stage, but I had a lot of fun. I've had friendlies against a lot of important people. That was cool. I played Mewtwo King in friendlies and also in a tournament set, both teams and singles. I've played Armada and friendlies in teams. He saw me playing a random person at Big House 5. I was playing Falcon, and someone else was playing Peach on my setup, and then someone else was playing Sheik, and I was playing against the Peach, and him and his brother came over because they were teaming, and like with his deep Swedish accent, was just like, we play a Falcon and a Peach next in teams. We're playing friendlies against you too, and we weren't even playing teams. And so I just looked at the Peach player, who I had no idea who it was, because there's like 1,000 people in the room. I have no idea who this person was. I'm like, okay, I guess we're playing the best player in the world and his brother in a friendly, and we just got freaking repeatedly 8-stocked. It was the greatest shit ever. It was an honor. Did I learn anything? Yeah, I learned fear.